All right, I want to do this video on how to remove subconscious blocks. What is a subconscious block? A subconscious block is a mental barricade that prevents you from believing, visualizing, or aspiring for what you believe in. It's a subconscious barricade, a mental barricade that prevents you from visualizing, aspiring, or believing that thing that you desire. And there are so many. There are people who, there are many single men, women who have subconscious blocks on getting married. Some of those subconscious blocks are financial, some of them are environmental, some of them are experiential. They have been rejected several times, and so there's just that subconscious block. But let me share with you how I did one. I mean, how I removed one subconscious block. So in 2015, I launched a book, and some people started to reach out to me. One of them was a friend of mine from many years ago while I was still a student, accounting student. And he came to me and he said he wanted a loan. He told me how much he wanted. I was going to give him, and the Holy Spirit said, do not give him. And I remember saying to the Holy Spirit, how bad, because this guy had been good to me in the past. It's not an amount that I could give him free of charge. So I said I was going to give him a part of it, like a third of what he wanted, so he could find two-thirds. I gave him. Now, shortly after I gave him, I incurred a business loss of about $10,000. It was painful. At that time for me, it was painful. But something happened. Something very funny happened. Every time I would try to, bounce back, mentally to say, okay, come here, how can I bounce back from this and just, continue forging ahead, make more money, build this, build that. I would just remember that picture would just come that, but you gave him a loan, but you gave him a loan, but you gave him a loan, but you gave him a loan. I said to myself, is there a connection between giving him a loan and me having problems or challenges in my finances? I was like, what's this? What's going on? I know that the Holy Spirit didn't want me to give him a loan, but yeah, I didn't give him all of it. I gave him part of it. And I mean, it's not money that would destroy me. It's not money that I cannot let go of anyway. It's not a do or die affair. But every time, so I was like, is there something? Did something um of a great magnitude happened by me giving him that loan? I couldn't, for a while, I couldn't reconcile it, because every time I tried to forge, every time I tried to visualize myself, launching into great wealth, or increasing my wealth status, the picture would just come. Subconscious would just come. Whether I was meditating, whether I was visualizing, whether I was praying, it would just come. And it went on and on and on. But guess what? Whenever I will be in intense prayer, I won't find myself speaking. Whenever I will be in intense prayer, whereby I'm no more saying what I want to say, I'm saying what the Holy Spirit wants me to say. So I might be speaking in tongues and I begin to interpret, and I'm saying that I'm interpreting what the Lord wants me to say. I won't find myself talking, saying anything as regards that loan or anything. I'll still find myself saying amazing things about my future. And listen, please, if you want to break subconscious blocks, you need to get into the place of intensity. You see, you can't break all some of these subconscious well by casual interventions. They have to be intense, because every time I went into the place of intense prayer, intense thinking, even though it came, for a while, it will keep flashing up. After a while, especially when I will pray in the spirit and interpret what I'm saying. It was clear that was something that would not trap me, or that was something that it was never going to be a hindrance to me. So I was confident. Even when it would come up, I knew that, well, this must just be something. I knew that it was nothing concrete, nothing that really could hinder me. And you see, if you're not careful, your mind is going to play games with you. So I just kept on pressing on. But guess what? I want to tell you something. During that season, after that thing happened, my finances went down by 60% for the next 1 year, 2 years. I'm telling you. As it went down by 60%. Now, I could explain it to the fact that I was transiting from one industry to another. I was transiting from etiquette to neuroscience, and I had to spend a lot of time studying and learning and teaching myself and all that. Of course, there was an economic recession at that time. The price of oil went down in the country where I live in. But that's aside. That's because I've prospered in recessions. If I have prospered more, even in recession. So I'm not even I'm giving any mental note to that. But The other explanation was that I was transiting from one industry to another, and I was in a state where I was taking courses. I was spending a lot of time rather than marketing and doing business. I was spending a lot of time learning because I was building my knowledge base and my curriculum and my knowledge on etiquette, my skill set, and all that. Sorry, my skill set on neuroscience, not etiquette. I was transiting from etiquette to neuroscience. Now, but so for 2 years, imagine your income going down by 60% for 2 years consistently. But something else happened. For the next 9 months to 1 year, my fasting level also dropped. So I couldn't fast. So imagine so imagine going through all that just because you gave somebody a loan, and it comes up in your heart like and it begins to form like a subconscious block. But guess what? In all that, I still went back to the place of intense thinking, intense visualization, intense prayer, and I resolved it that, listen, this will not be a hindrance. This cannot hinder me. And guess what? Then coronavirus happened, COVID happened, and things even got worse during the lockdown. But as during that lockdown, something happened. Um, Virtual sessions began to become popular. Doing a virtual program, and shortly after that, that was when my business exploded. My business exploded because that was when I started having clients from all across the world: Saudi Arabia, Canada, England, US, everywhere. That was when my business. So my income increased by 1,200%. 1,200%. My income increased. And it was not something that happened in 1 month. It's up till now, up till today. So it has happened, it has been sustained for a good while. Do you understand? And I'm saying this so that you understand that, listen, when you have a subconscious block, if it's a block, you need to bring block aggression to it. What happened, what helped me was that even when things appear like they were going from bad to worse, I just remained focused. I searched inside myself to see what exactly is happening. And then guess what? I just kept on focusing on what was inside, the light that was inside. That, listen, no. I'm still on course. I'm still on course. I'm still on course. And then it was not just a restoration, it was a blowout. It was not a restoration, it was a blowout. Blowout. And that's how you remove a subconscious block. I just thought that I should do this video that it will help someone, remove your whatever subconscious block. I pray for you today that you will deal with it. Like I said, if we can do intense thinking, intense visualization, maybe intense meditation, intense prayer, you would overcome subconscious blocks. You will overcome subconscious, because that's when the light comes out. I hope this works well for you. Do Kemi Sense and love as usual. Do have an amazing day. Bye for now.